Hey, what's going on, day ones? This podcast is brought to you by a couple of phenomenal sponsors. First up, we got Rose Vogue Stylings. Ladies, are you in the market for a new purse? What about a new swimsuit? What about some earrings? The folks over at Rose Vogue Stylings, they got you covered. Please go to rosevoguestyling.com. And while you're on the website, please enter in that promo code late night. You want to make sure you're getting all of those amazing discounts. Also, if you are in the market for a lovely timepiece such as the one that I am wearing, please go to blackwatches.com. That is BLAK watches.com and enter in that promo code late night W8 to get another fantastic discount off of quality timepieces. Again, thank you to the folks over at Rose Vogue Stylings and those at Black Watches. Now to the show. We are back with another episode of your favorite late night podcast we sometimes shoot during the day. I am Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
And this is Late Night with Nate and Adrian. Hang on for the sound effects. And the late bombs. Shout out to the day ones. Like, subscribe on all of your MFN podcast platforms. Boogie! We are back. Episode 183. How are you feeling? Got the Blue Solo Cup. It's that type of party.
This Blue Solo Cup ain't got nothing but orange juice. No screwdriver, just regular orange juice.
That's what a screwdriver is?
Yeah. Screwdriver is orange juice and vodka.
Never knew. Learned something new today. What would like orange juice and Henny, orange juice and like
I don't know.
Urban be?
Listen, I can't speak on stuff that doesn't touch my taste buds.
What? You're not a OJ and Brown in the morning type of person?
In the morning? No.
Okay.
Not no damn Hennessy. I told you I had one bad experience with the Henny, and I decided that Henny was not for me.
White Henny or dark Henny? Which Henny?
It was dark Henny. Even though we have a whole bunch of white Hennessy just for decorations.
Ooh, fancy.
Just for decorations, but I wish I would touch any of this Hennessy. I don't understand how y'all out here drinking gasolina, but I get it. Some people need that extra kick because they've been kicked in their asses
especially in the morning.
Yeah, in life. So I understand. Sometimes you gotta throw it up a notch. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this, because you kind of, there was a little bit of judgment in your voice when you said,
"Oh, that was judgment."
A little bit of judgment.
Oh, okay.
A tad bit of judgment.
Oh, my bad.
So what is too early for day drinking? What is it? And do those rules apply if you're on an island or on vacation in general? Does that
very
change?
Good point. You are making very great points here, and I must say, it definitely changes. If we on regular time zone. If we waking up and you see streets and buildings and it's a regular day for you and you decide is more important for you to bust open some Hennessy, hey man, you got some bigger problems on your hands. You have bigger problems on your hands. You focused on me asking you at what time is appropriate time. Hey man, the fact that you are out here even inquiring about what's a good time got me questioning what the hell is wrong with you.
Hey man, I'm a wild boy. Sometimes you just want to wake up at like 9:30, 10 o'clock and crap a Modelo. But so if I'm understanding, excuse me,
listen,
if I'm understanding you correctly,
yes,
you're saying unless I'm in a place where there is my friend, my friend. I cannot. I
Wait.
cannot.
You're not doing this. You're not, you're not doing
Me no black. Me no
Nope,
black.
nope. You're not about to do this right now. You're not
So
about to do this.
unless I am at a place like that, you were saying I
No,
cannot
no, no.
day
Let me
drink,
let me
or I should
let,
not start at
let
9,
me
10 o'clock in the
okay, well
morning.
let me clarify. Unless you are on PTO, if you got a friend from out of town,
Okay.
unless unless it's well, I like to say Thursday through Sunday.
Okay.
Yes. You those
Yes.
those those other days has to be accompanied by some accoutrement
Oh,
that
okay. Okay. Oh,
sounds around, or it is similar to vacation out of town. You don't necessarily have to be on the island. You could be
okay.
in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And you
Drink
doing
Henny
it up.
early in Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta is
Henny, Houston, come on now. Those
8
are
a.m. We cracking. You hearing the cork pop out.
right. I think those are probably the only times outside of your I'm talking about regular scheduled program. If you out here cracking open alcoholic beer, and let's say because this is where it starts to get concerning
Okay.
at 8:30.
That's a little too early for me. That's a little too early.
Then it's time for you to really reevaluate your priorities.
Yeah, 8:30 is a little too early. However, 9:30, 9:45. And also I think it depends on what you're drinking. Again,
Agreed.
uh Henny, yeah, that's just kind of heavy. You gotta start something light. So usually, that prosecco in the morning. I can even do like a light beer. Depending on. But if
I
it's just,
ain't never heard. Okay.
you know what, Boogie, I told you I'm a wild boy. You know what, Boogie?
Yeah, you are.
Have you ever had? And we'll start the show here shortly. But have you ever had a breakfast Whopper? You ever had a breakfast Whopper? Did you even know you could get Whoppers for breakfast? I'm just saying.
Again, I'm not trying to sound judgy at all. But I am at a point in my life where things like that don't occur. And
It's like Nate never ceases to amaze me
and
with his
and,
fatness. It's
and
like
if
you
they
are
do,
a fat nigga.
and if it does happen to me, if that situation
Because what situation would I ever be in to ever get a breakfast Whopper?
I can see maybe us on a road trip and there's nothing else left.
Could be in the airport.
I would just hold my hunger. I
I mean,
will hold my
sometimes
hunger.
you just wake up and you like pancakes. No, it's like I know you guys got French toast sticks, but I want a Whopper with cheese. At 9 o'clock in the morning.
Again, I'm not trying to sound like I'm judging
I
you.
mean, you're a little judgy, but it's okay. Sometimes you need that judgment. Friendships need judgment. You got to have a little bit of judgment.
Hey
But
man,
also,
that's how we get better.
I've worked in one too many call centers because breakfast Whoppers, that is call center activity. Also, I was amazed when I found out you could do that. And the only way I found that out, I was in the drive-thru and I heard the guy in front of me. He was like, "Yeah, can I get a double Whopper with cheese?" And I was like, "Bro, it's 8:45 in the morning." But also I was like, "You can do that?" And sure enough, you just see clouds of smoke coming from the smokestacks, and you smell Whopper meat, and it's just like, oh my God, this guy might be a legend. He put me on to something.
All
Breakfast Whoppers. Go do
right.
y'all thing. But how
Okay.
you been, no boogie? Great
God.
transition.
God, oh God. How have I been? I've been trying to hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, if you hear my voice, I am sick, Damon. I am sick.
Out here
Now I'm
sounding
doing
like
yeah, I'm alright though. I'm better. I'm trying to kick this whatever this is. I don't know. Head cold. Uh I don't know. It started a couple days ago, like less than a week ago, and I do not like being sick. That's one thing I do not play around with. It oh, okay. First off, I ain't quite understand what
for those of you who are listening, you're like, what
this
is
man.
going on? About a week ago.
Yeah, you should have did that. You should have said that. But yeah, I'm trying to get, trying to get my energy back, trying to take my liquids and get these, electrolytes back pumped up,
Gotta push them fluids. Non-henny. Non-henny.
non-henny. Even though I will say yesterday, because I was feeling a little bit better, the
Okay.
day before, I was like, you know what? Let me let me try drinking a little sip of this THC sparkling water. And then I was like,
I've
huh.
been seeing those pop up around
Yeah, I'm feeling
lately.
that. That's a very, especially when it's 0 calories and zero sugar.
5% THC too. It's like eating an edible. So you out
Pretty
here
much. My little lightweight ass
right around that 5% range. Yeah,
yeah,
around that number.
right around there. So yeah, I did a little taste, had a little sip,
Little
and I was
half.
like, yeah, and I was like, all right, I'm feeling decent. And so I was like, you know what? Doctors have said that red wine is healthy. So I had so I had a little glassy poo, and boy oh boy, I was out
Lit.
of it.
I was gonna say you, man. I know you was lit.
I was on the ceiling at that point.
Any type of alcoholic beverages or herbage when you're
Yeah,
already not feeling good, it
yeah.
just takes you to another level.
I thought I was in the the
Hello, God,
skyrocketing flight.
angels, Jesus, did I die?
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, word." I had to I took myself to bed. I was like, This ain't it. This ain't it. I swear."
Doing a bit much, are
Yeah.
we?
Yeah, I took myself to bed. I was like, "I don't know what the hell you was thinking. Now take your ass to bed." Yeah.
Oh man, that is that's hilarious. But also, I'm glad you're on the up and up because I mean,
Yeah, I am.
no one likes to be sick. I mean, especially when the weather's changing too, because it's that weird
Exactly.
like it just
In
kind of makes you feel
between
worse,
hot during the day and then it get cold as hell afternoon, you don't know what to think of. Should I bring a jacket? Should I not bring a jacket? And when you don't bring a jacket, you done messed up because it's cold outside.
You're already sick, so it's just like
Yeah,
yeah, like it's the worst time.
yeah. It
Um,
really is the
so.
worst time. It and then I yesterday because I said I was feeling better. I was like, man, maybe I should go step outside. Then I really thought about it. I was like, do I really want to go outside even though I'm not 100% recovered? I was like, that doesn't sound like that's smart. So I ended up just ordering me some food and staying my
That's
ass in the house. I didn't realize how much in the house I need to be doing right now because FOMO is not happening to me right now.
That was best case scenario, because I'm 99.9% certain. As soon as you stepped outside, your sinuses would have been like, "Nah, player,
Yeah,
congestion, congestion, congestion."
yeah.
And then you have those feelings of like, "Why did I come outside?" So I mean,
Hmm.
you played that smart. Yeah, I mean, FOMO is one of those things. You know what it is, Boogie. You are getting older.
Ah, yes.
You're maturing.
Yes.
So that's what's going on here. You're just like, I don't give a fuck about you niggas.
What
That's what it
fooey?
is. Whoop de do. Whoop de
Whoop-de-doo.
do.
Right. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah. But yeah, outside of that, I've been taking it easy, really doing the bare minimum of being a human being this week. Couple weeks. We took a break quick last week. But y'all couldn't tell because we aired a new episode midweek. But I went to Chicago for a weekend real quick just to go visit the
Hey,
famo. Um,
shouts out to the fam.
yeah, which I think that kind of had to do with why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling right now. But went to Chicago real quick. My nephew turned 1. Happy birthday,
Hey
nephew!
yo, another shout out to the Neff.
To the nephew. Got to see my other nephew and my niece. You know what I'm saying? Then I realized, because we were at the
Big
birthday,
auntie energy out here.
very big, very big. I realized the birthday party was at a kid's playhouse, and I was like, uh,
Like a McDonald's Playhouse.
no, it was like it was a like a, I don't know, establishment where they had like kitchen nets and little slides and stuff. It was like a little mini playhouse for uh kids. And it was like an arcade level for kids, but it was
Oh,
like
okay.
we play with games and toys and big ass TV playing Coco Melon and Shark, Baby Shark and all that stuff.
So you were annoyed after like 30 minutes.
I want to say 15, but
Okay. Okay.
but no, no. Yeah, it just, what I'm saying, I got to really sit down and hang out with with the little nieces and nephews. So it was cute. So had to do all that. So that was pretty much my weekend. That's
Okay. Okay.
my week, I should say. How have you been? How are things for you?
Oh man, things have been good. I feel like I have been on this quest for patience and peace. Excuse me. And I've been finding it.
Okay.
I have really been like grounding myself when the grass hasn't been dewy in the mornings. I have just been like, we are there. Everything is good. So I just have had really no complaints. I've just been chilling. Honestly, I've been sleep boogie. If we're being real, I have been sleep. I don't know what's been going on. I think it has been this weather change and everything. I've just been in like hibernation mode, which I guess has been adding to the peace. When you were well rested, you were just like zen. I love this feeling. Um, so I've really had no complaints. I've been chilling, staying out of the way as much as I possibly could. I think
Sure.
it had to do with the holiday. I really think that's what it had to do, just kind of coming off the heels
Yeah.
of that. It's
Labor
just
Day.
been like chilling. Been watching sports, boogie on sports. We have had a plethora of dope ass college football games, or hell, the NFL games have been lit. Hopefully your fantasy you
Yeah,
did well,
I was about to say
um
I'm 1-0 for both teams.
that's what I'm talking about. I don't think I asked you. Did I ever ask you what is your fantasy name? What's the name?
Well, one of my team names is Willie Beeman Squad,
Okay, great name, phenomenal name.
and then the other one is the Bobby Boucher's
Okay.
squad.
Another great name. Great football movie references. Love that. So, I've just been chilling. I just really just been tucked in, out of the way, working on some new creative ideas.
Nice.
So, that process is just trying to put stuff in the right places. So just that's what it is.
That's what's up.
That's what it has been for me. But you know what? Enough about all this stuff. The day ones are like, get to the MFN show. I'm like, well, you know what, guys? You've been waiting, and here it is. You know, I've been mad. You know, I couldn't just be peaceful the whole goddamn time. Something had to piss me off. You know what really grinds my gears? And you know what, Boogie? Here's what grinds my gears.
Talk to me.
Move to a new area. We talked about that. Blah blah blah. When you move to a new area, you get all these dumbass circulars in the mail, and you're like, don't need this, don't need this, you know, don't need solar panels, trash, 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 trash. But
Okay.
there's usually like one or two items in there, and you're like, you know what? I could use a free pizza. So sure, you know, this is your way of welcoming me to the neighborhood. Free pizza coupon. Great. Love this. Pizza establishment right up the street. Actually, I Googled it. It's 20 minutes, which I mean, 20 minutes, it can be right up the street depending on where, you know, how the streets go. Just depends. Chicago, 20 minutes. I don't know. You know, so it was Jets. So I was like, okay, I do like Jets. Get little four corners. I was like, blah, blah, blah. This was for 8 corners. So I was like, ooh, very, you know, the 20-minute drive was, you know, it was that much better because I'm like, instead of 4 corners, it's 8 corners. So I don't mind a 20-minute drive for 8 corners. But there's a Jets Pizza that is a hop, skip, a jump. Literally, I can walk to one. So I was like, let me go over there and ask them, hey, can I use this coupon here? Even though the address says I got to drive 20 minutes away. I was like, I don't think it's gonna work, but you know what? You have not because you asked not. So let me go and let me ask. Buddy looks at the coupon, looks at me, looks at the coupon, looks at me. He was like, "Yeah, nah, we ain't gonna accept this." And I was like, "Okay, cool, I got you. No harm, no foul." I took a 20-minute drive, Boogie. I live by the Detroit airport, so this 20-minute drive is amplified because flights coming in, coming out, coming in, coming out. You know how airports work, you know. So it turned into like a Chicago 20 minutes. And I was just like,
All right.
this was kind of stupid. So I get there, and the pizza place is tucked off and probably one of the worst places. I was like, why the fuck would there be a pizza place over here? But I was like, okay, you know what? People in the community, they need pizza. It is what it is. So I go in, place my order, and this is what really pisses me off. So the coupon says, hey, one topping free. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I mean, Boogie? I'm not really a one topping kind of guy. I need at least 2 to 3 toppings. You know, just minimum 2 to 3, sometimes 5. It just depends. You know, spread these toppings out. So I'm like, yo, can I get the pepperoni? Can I get some mushrooms? Can I get some onions? And she's like, you can only do one topping. And I was like, I'll pay for the difference. She was like, you can only do one topping. They won't let me put this in. And I was like, what? My mind was just like, where do they not let you pay the difference for whatever the coupon? I'm like, a sale's a sale, ma'am. And I'm buying a salad. But I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be a Deborah. That's what I call Black Karens. I don't want to be that guy. I was like, I'm not going to be a Deborah or Deborah. I was like, you know what? Okay, cool. Let me just get this anapesto salad, you know, get this and let me go. But I was just like, Jets, cut that shit out. You let people add more toppings to their free pizza. I'm paying the dollar whatever for the toppings. Let a brother pay for his extra toppings on his free pizza. You know, that's all I'm saying, Boogie. You know, that's what it is.
I don't know about. I don't know if you have the right to grind on that one.
Why not? Let's take it to court. What, Judge Boogie? Why do you say this?
I don't understand. Some people, when you have something free, why do you need to adjust or tinker with the free? Why do you need to add on to enhance your free experience already? They
Because I'm
said,
paying for it.
okay, but you're not paying for it. They said, hey, welcome to the neighborhood.
Okay.
Here's a free pizza. Here are all the restrictions. Please abide by said restrictions in order to continue on with this free pizza. If you really wanted an additional ingredients, you know what I would have did? I would have just ordered, "Hey, can I get this free pizza here? Here's my side that I want, my one topping that I want this. Now
Okay.
can I get another damn pizza that I'm going to pay for?"
Why would I
Ah,
pay for 16 slices of pizza? I don't need 16 squares.
you could have did anything with them damn 16 squares.
I mean, right, I could have found a homeless guy and be like, hey, man, you like pizza? Here you go. Here's 8 squares for you. I'm just saying, Boogie, look, who just wants one topping, Boogie? I feel
I
like,
do sometimes.
okay, I can understand that. But this time, I didn't want one topping, Boogie. I'm like, sometimes you got to have mushrooms to enhance the pepperoni because you can't just get mushrooms on the. I mean, I guess you could, but that's just like this weird ass nigga. He just got mushrooms on his pizza. That's it. Like, come on, Boogie.
All I'm saying is, you complaining about a free pizza just to add on more sides. I don't
I'm
think
paying
more top.
for it. I'm paying for the toppings. I'm paying for the top. I'm paying, and I was like, hey, it's $1. Whatever, dollar more than what it should be times 3. I wanted 3 toppings, so that's like $6 worth of toppings, and I got a $12 salad, Boogie. So they was making money, and I left a tip. They was making their money. You got money up off the play. That's all I'm saying. But I do hear you, Boogie. So
All
you're
right.
saying I should reel it back in, go back to Zen Nate. Oh, Zen Nate, and just I feel you, Boogie. I feel you.
All
Also,
right.
you know what? I will say this to Jets. 8 corners is a lot from one person because I only ate 4 of them corners and the other 4 were just wasted. So, maybe they should tailor it that way. It should be like, yeah, you know what? You ain't got no family. So you can choose. Do you want 8 squares and a salad or something? Or 4 squares and a salad to make up for the 8? Like, they should figure it out. Like, are you a solo diner? They should figure something out like that. That's all I'm saying. Maybe it's me. I'm the problem, Boogie. I just realized in real time, it's me. It is me. I am the problem. Let's get to some folks who are doing dope things in the community because they are not the problems. It is time to tip that hat.
I'm tipping my hat.
Boogie! Who you tipping to this week?
Well, I'm tipping to someone that was a problem. He was a big problem, okay, for
Yes, he
Canelo.
was.
Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the fight, but I did hear, because I guess it started at 1 a.m. because there were like 80 other cards that was entertaining the bored crowd waiting for the main event. But in any event, shout out to Terrence Crawford. Hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Good.
He was a unanimous win. He had I saw a couple clips.
Boogie on Sports.
I saw a couple clips where he, gave him a couple 1-2s, Canelo. Canelo has always been a solid boxer. He's been punching folks out from what I've seen. But guess what? This brother said, not today. Not today. So shout out to him. His son was holding up his ring, his belt, in celebration. He looked like he really didn't get hit as much. But we'll see.
Headbutt.
Yeah, outside of that. But we'll see, in a couple of days whether or not he swole up like Martin. But
yeah,
shout
man.
out.
Some of them, they be lumped up.
Yeah, they be
Right
really
after.
lumped up. Listen, again, I don't watch boxing for the fact that we watching people just beat each other's asses. I don't know if I
Boogie said I'm more of an MMA kind of person.
I don't even watch MMA because I just don't understand this. We are really just watching people in a cage fighting each other. I can't. But shout out
You'd
to
have been
him.
that person in the Coliseum back in the day. Like, are we really watching them fight against lions? What are we doing, guys? Throw her in the pit too.
You
This
stupid.
nerd.
You stupid. I get it. I get it. Okay, people like to see other people bleed. I get it.
I mean,
That's just not what I want to see.
and you know what
So
it is? Most of them people wouldn't bust a grape in the fruit fight. That's the funniest part about it. Is a lot of the people who are like, kill him. It's just like, Gary, you're an accountant. Like, chill out.
yeah, it's a lot happening. But shout out to him. I know that was definitely a W that everybody was not expecting, but we were.
Yeah, they definitely had him as the underdog, which is crazy because the man hasn't lost a fight. It's insane how you cannot. And I'm not. This is no disrespect to Canelo because I mean Canelo is an amazing boxer. He has definitely laid some folks out, but it's just like like y'all really underestimated Bud, and I stayed up to actually watch the fight. Thank God I took that nap. Because it came on. I'm like, yo, like what are y'all doing? I get it for the sake of the West Coast, it'd be like 3:00 if we started it at the times that would be normal, but 1:00 in the morning is insane for them. Are the boxers tired? Like, goddamn, like some of the celebs was yawning. But it was a dope fight. He was tagging him from start to finish, and it was just like, hey man, you got an upwards of 100 to 150 million dollars to lose. So I mean, hey, if I go out there and take an L and still walk away with 100 to 150 M's, did I really lose?
I was gonna say, yeah, they were both winners out there. At this point, like I don't have nothing else to prove. If I was Terrence Crawford, I'd be like, this it.
Riding off into the sunset. I just beat y'all's hero. I beat one of the other best boxers and you know he's won at 3 different weight classes. So it's like, hey man, what else I got to prove? I'm gonna ride off
Protect that head.
into
Protect
the
that head.
sunset.
Yeah. No
With
more
that
CTE.
$125,000 belt. You know what was crazy? Because they was talking about one of the announcers or commentators was like, Crawford is able to eat those punches. And then someone was like, yeah, he got shot in the head and drove himself to the hospital. And I was like, huh. I was just like, one, he was already a bad man. But
whoa.
And I was just like, yeah, he's a boxer, so he could take some hits. But to do that, I was like, God damn, player. Like, all right, you
go enjoy your life with your son. For you not have one anymore.
I thought that was dope too. He did say that he thanked everybody and he was like, I'm happy that he's able to walk away and be able to enjoy his kids, his family. I'm able to walk away and be my kids, my family. So I was like, yo, we got what we wanted. It was 12 rounds. They did what they had to do. So
nice. What you got for your tips?
Yeah, Glorilla just became the 3rd female rapper with 6 number ones on the mainstream R&B hip hop airplay chart. She's been killing it since she came out, you know, and has been getting better. Every time she progressively getting better every time she drops. So, you know, shout out to her. Do you know the other 2 lady rappers on the list?
Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
Ding, 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 ding. Correct. Boogie on music knowledge. Boogie knows everything. You know, Boogie knows. So shout out to all 3 of those ladies. I mean, she's in great company. To do that. And I mean, at this point, she's only gonna just keep doing it. So again, shouts out to Glow and to Bud Crawford. All right, Boogie, it's time for your favorite subject. Time for a news cannot. Yeah, let's get to it. All right, we have no deaths to report, but on the update for news cannot news. Boogie, the Green Dildos have made their way to the NFL. We had been reporting that they had only been in the WNBA. We also had kind of questioned. I said, I bet you ain't gonna do it at NFL games, and sure enough, they have done it at a couple of NFL games. I'm just, hey, what are y'all doing? But also, I'm kind of hoping that they kind of continue doing it.
Why?
Solely for the simple fact that they wear helmets, Boogie, in the NFL. And maybe someone will launch one and it will just stick to the helmet as a player is running down the field, and we can just get a hilarious laugh. And then the player and or someone has to pull that off, and the whole crowd just the yucks. They got to blur the helmet and everything. Mommy, what's that? Shut up.
God.
I just hope that happens so we can all laugh. But also, I hope that they catch this person and or people and they whoop their ass. I feel like at the dildo making plant, they should just be like, if there's some orders that come in for like lime green dildos, it's like, no, we do not make those. Like anyone who orders those, you should be put on like a list, and they should have like the FBI, like the new agents, the ones they don't trust with like the really tough crimes and the tough cases. Say, hey, Rook, you are going to Des Moines to investigate these green dildos. Like, that's what they need to do. If you out here ordering green dildos, you get put on a list. Some rookie shows up at your door to ask you a lot of very impersonal questions, and that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen, Boogie.
I'm. Who is ordering green dildos? Like, I think, is it because it's like green screen? Because you need a green screen to have
maybe
that.
they just like neon green. Maybe it's what they think. Maybe this was like, maybe they were out of like purple or something. And they was just like, what's the most, or maybe if you're gonna, maybe if you're gonna get a dildo, you want something that's gonna be like funny, like a funny color.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't. I guess if like I don't know. I have no idea. My mind is not that deviant to be like, what would be the best color?
You're like, maybe you know what? I don't know.
It was like black. No, that'll offend some people. Maybe that's what it was. It was like, what color won't offend anyone? Green. And it was just like, yep. Green works. Everybody, they took a vote. Like, it's probably a bunch of dudes and or a couple ladies who got hoods and sunglasses. Not me. Let me just say that. Not me, who are voting on this stuff. And they're like, hey, that's the color we should use. And everyone was like, all right, you know what?
Listen, I can get a joke just like anyone else. But when is enough?
Hockey season, Boogie. They probably gonna throw them on the ice. Who knows? Is it hockey season? I think it's hockey season right now. I don't know. I don't watch hockey like that. Baseball. It's probably gonna be enough when it hits the World Cup. That's probably what it's gonna be. They're gonna be like, boom, soccer. Someone scores a goal, and then it's just gonna be green dildos ringing from the sky, like just on the field. Like, I don't know. The Olympics. Maybe it'll stop there. Who knows, Boogie? Like, this is just what a time to be alive.
All right.
What a time to be alive. First topic is been one of those things that has been sweeping the airways, the internet, just everything. There was an assassination, and that's what they're calling it. Assassination, murder, semantics, whatever you want to call it. It happened a couple days ago. Charlie Kirk passed away. He was killed by Tyler Robinson. And since then, there has been a firestorm from both sides as to there should be the death penalty, kill him, blah, 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 blah. Prayer, blah, 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 all these things. To an onslaught of people who have been like, hey, you blacks, you need to show some empathy, blah, 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 and so many things. There's been videos of Charlie Kirk talking about how he felt about empathy, talking about how he felt about gun violence, and so many other things. And here we are. So, Boogs, how are you feeling about what has transpired over the past few days?
Uh, so a man got shot. Okay, people get shot every day, b. Okay, he got shot in front of his. he got shot in front of his family. Okay, I got a whole bunch of list of people that got shot in front of their family. Okay, he was talking. He had an agenda. He was at a college campus with an agenda. You know, I didn't know this man until we heard about this assassination. Who cares? Can I just say that much? How about this? The man wasn't about he was saying a lot of extremist right wing stuff, trying to push conservatism to the extreme. And guess what? He really just lived all the shit that he was talking about. He wanted more. He didn't have a problem with gun violence. He also, there's a clip out saying that, guess what? Some people got to die in order for the guns to still be alive. Those deaths are just going to have to happen. So guess what? His death just had to happen.
In order to protect our Second Amendment rights, some people gonna have to die. No, I feel you. To me, it was just kind of like another Klansman is gone. It was kind of alarming to me for some of the people who were like, "Hey, you need to be showing empathy. You need to be showing empathy. You need to be showing empathy." And it was just like, I knew the right wingers were going to come out and we're going to be doing it. It was just at the levels of delusion that they have. He wasn't racist. He wasn't racist. And I'm like, yo, we're literally playing a video where Buddy said, if I see a black pilot, I start to question if he was a DEI hire. Does he have the skills to be here? Buddy thought black women were stupid. They were inferior. And if you're a black woman in a position of power, you got it because you took it from someone who really deserved to be here. He thought that black people didn't deserve to exist. Didn't stop there. He thought immigrants didn't deserve to be here. Let me go back to black people. He thought George Floyd died of a fentanyl overdose. He thought Breonna Taylor deserved it, and people who have went through police brutality, they deserved it. Didn't believe empathy was a thing. Weak, blah, blah, blah. Didn't like immigrants, didn't like Muslims. So he was what? Xenophobic. He was homophobic. Didn't like anybody gay. Black, white, whatever. If you was gay, keep it up out of here. Didn't like any trans people. He only liked straight white men. Didn't even like women outside of using them as a breeding ground. That's what he says. That's all he thought women were good for was breeding. I've allegedly heard his wife couldn't talk until after like 72 hours, some goofy shit like that. So Buddy had a lot of fucked up ideas and stuff. And it's just wild to see what conservatism and what they've done to Christianity. Because the way I grew up in the church. Was not like that, but I mostly grew up around black people, black churches, so we didn't really deal with that kind of bullshit. Went to a couple white churches and was like, yeah, you guys kind of weird. Let me get up out of here. So I don't know. It was just one of those things where you're just like to sit on here and believe me, but you know, I'd be in the internet streets. I had made a couple comments where I was like, yo, I can't show empathy for someone who doesn't think I deserve to exist. I just can't do that. Like, I just don't have that in me. I never have and never will ever side with anyone who opposes my right to live or opposes any of these other people. Just can't do it. So I'm sorry. I don't have any sympathy for a racist ass person. And to see people hide under the guise of Christianity as he wasn't racist, he loved Jesus. Like, come on, bro. What God do y'all believe in? What Jesus do y'all believe in if we all are created in his image, but you are superior to black people, you're superior to women, blah, 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 blah. Miss me with the bullshit.
I can't confirm or deny that what I'm saying is true, but I did hear some rumblings about the foundation that he started with this other gentleman.
Turning Point.
Yeah, Turning Point. Well, I heard his co-founder is no longer with us because he's an anti-masker
Yep.
and an anti-vaccinator,
Yep.
and he ended up getting COVID and dying.
Yep. So both the founders are gone. You know what's crazy is this man made $12 million off of being racist, and people want to sit up here and gaslight you and be like, oh, "Show me he was racist, prove it." And you literally have videos. That's the part that's very infuriating. I had people in my DMs telling me to go back to Africa, prove that he was racist. And when you tell him he was racist, that's not true. He
Well,
had a black friend, Candace
that's
Owens.
why that's why that's why you can't argue or debate with people that don't have the frontal cortex to really understand and comprehend basic knowledge. That's why you will not catch me defending, debating, having a dialogue with anybody that I can't even have a regular understanding of whether or not people should deserve basic equal rights. You're not going to get a conversation out of me. That's just how I roll.
You're right. You are 1,000% right. I just doing it because I was bored and I was like, it's kind of fun. Because at some point you can see them getting irritated because it's just like, hey, he was a racist, and I'm not a racist. You're a racist too, and you probably got a little dick. Like, it's just, you say shit like that and they get pissed off. I had one lady, she was like, "You're making up false stuff about racism," and I'm like, "Lady, look, he would not have liked you either." Yada yada yada. She called me a monkey, and I was like, "You're saying you're not a racist, but you called me a monkey," which I was like, "I don't care." I was like, "I'm black, been called worse. Like, who hasn't been called a monkey before as a black person?" She's like, "I'm gonna post this conversation," and I was like, "So am I, Snow Queen. So am I." Also, she's an equestrian, rider, and I was just like, "Hope you fall off your horse." I called her Christopher Reeves, and I did not give a fuck at all. And then she got pissed and went ham. "How dare you say that to a mother of a 13-month-old who loves animals?" What the fuck does that have to do with this conversation and you being in my DMs, man? Don't bring your racist ass over here. Because this all started from her commenting on a thread, and she decided to then come into the DMs. And it's like, don't bring your ass over here. Same thread had a white man threaten me. "What's your address? I've been looking for a bitch like you to fuck up." He got mad because I called him a doughboy and a puss cake. Because at that point, I was just like, this is fun. Because you guys are showing your racism. Because even on the thread, they were showing their racism. And I was like, the entire world can see this. And you're writing long paragraphs that I'm not going to read. You're calling me a slur. And I was like, look, man, snowflake is not a slur. Calling you a snowman is not a slur. Calling you a snow globe is not a slur. But I know you want to call me a slur that ends in a hard ER. But you can't. You can, but it'll happen if you do. The rest of these people on the internet will find your information, and then that'll just be that much worse for you. So that's why you decided to come to my DMs. And I called him a doughboy again in my DMs, and I hit block. And it's funny when they're still typing when you hit block, because it's just like, I don't got this type of time, player. But it's just like, again, I think for me, it was just so disheartening to see all these people trying to tell black people. And I was like, look, man, I don't get enough of trying to tell black people how they should feel when white people get killed. Because a lot of y'all don't have any hearts. You're not empathetic, show any type of sympathy when it happens to black people. We all remember what happened to George Floyd. You guys did challenges and all types of foolishness. And I have not seen it on my timeline, so I'm not going to say it doesn't exist, but I have not seen one black person that has been celebrating this man's death. I have not seen not one black person's doing it. I'm not saying they don't exist or that they're aren't people out here, but I've not seen one black person doing that. I personally would not even follow or be associated with anyone who celebrates someone's death like that, because I mean that's just not cool. But again, not many black folks are gonna have any type of sympathy for a dude, sympathy, empathy, whatever, for a dude who, one, didn't believe in it, and two, my man was a Klansman, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody's clamoring for a racist, bro.
He was 31 too, so
Like, and then what was crazy is to see his wife up there. Oh, we're gonna come for you, brother. I mean, she didn't say brother, but it was just one of the. And I get it. I understand you are upset. You are sad. You are frustrated. I understand that. Who wouldn't be that way if they saw their spouse die in that manner? But to go on TV and to attack people and to make blanket statements for the left who had nothing to do with this, because my man Tyler, not my man, but y'all's man, Tyler, let me make that perfectly clear. Y'all's homeboy Tyler grew up in a MAGA household. His granny came out saying they all love MAGA. He was undeclared or unidentified on his voting card, but still, you know what type of house he grew up in. I grew up in Michigan. Boogie, you grew up in Illinois. Most people who grew up around white people know they start hunting at a very early age. He's one of those ones. They all start hunting in gun-toting states, which is all of them. You can go and get a hunter's license very early. Like, it is what it is, man. It was just weird to see her up there acting like that. And then her kissing the hands of him in the casket, all this stuff. You guys are being very performative, trying to make this dude out like a martyr. And he wasn't that, excuse me. He was not a martyr. He just was
they're
not
gonna
that.
keep trying.
Like, and it's just, call it what it is. It's gun violence. It's not political violence. He was an influencer, and that's just what it was. A political influencer, but this is not political violence. Like, it's gun violence. You guys need to figure something out. You're not, because you guys like guns too much. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, it's unfortunate that it happened. Nobody should ever die in that manner. But, you know, one less racist. That's all I can say about it, you know.
On to the next.
The next racist or the next topic?
Either.
Topic number 2. Gen Z, because you know they're always coming up with a bunch of terms and everything. There's a new term for ugly people. It's called Shreking. When you're dating someone who's unattractive, but you think they're going to treat you good.
But you think they're gonna treat you good.
Yeah, you know. You think they're going to treat you good, or, you know, I just feel like this has kind of always been happening. Gen Z always feel like they coming up with some new shit. And have you just not seen ugly niggas with baddies? Have you not seen that? Have you not seen ugly chicks with good looking niggas? Like, y'all just, what world do y'all live in? Some of y'all's just ugly people in y'all's families. What are we talking about here? Like, some of y'all and y'all's friends groups know someone is like, oh, you are the Shrek. Like, some of y'all know this. Hell, some of y'all might be the Shrek. It is what it is. But stop thinking that y'all are coming up with new shit, because you're not.
Yeah, different type of the different days of the week. I am Shrek at times.
I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's just like, yo, y'all think this until you get that one mud duck that really breaks your heart. Like, look, ugly people be running people through the meat grinder too.
Yeah.
Stop thinking just because someone is ugly or they might got a little bit of weight to them that they ain't gonna do you dirty too.
It's an equal opportunity to get your ass up out of here. Okay.
What? What's my man, the rapper dude who be on the couch singing Dave Blunts? This man, I saw a video where he said his girl was there. She's like, he done cheated on me 4 times. What does that tell y'all? A nigga like Dave Blunts, he out here pulling them, which we all know is probably due to the money. But still, that nigga has cheated on his girl 4 times, and she's still like, I'm still here. So y'all gonna keep playing these games, keep Shreking. You gonna get that one Shrek who just he or she gonna really have you out here in the swamps for real with the heartbreak. Cut it out, man.
Yeah, y'all doing too much with this term.
They really are. And also, what happens if you really do meet a nice Shrek and they find this out? They find out you thought this about them. You're really gonna hurt their feelings, man. Like, just be better.
You the Shrek inside.
Just do better. Like, have you ever Shrek someone?
I feel
Or
like
felt like you were the Shrek?
yes. At some point, yeah. Hey, I wasn't at my top notch self. It took time to get, I had the butterfly, I had the cocoon. I was in a cocoon
Okay.
until, you know what I'm saying? So yes, I get it. But like, people look beyond look sometimes and personality. Some people are attracted to the personality, to the overall
What's
person,
on
the
the
aura.
inside?
Right. You know what I mean? So I get it, but actually having a term for this is nasty work.
Completely nasty. I ain't gonna hold you up. I mean, as someone who I felt like, because I've always been a chubster, so yes, I probably have been the Shrek time or two, a dozen, however many times you want to say it. So yeah, sometimes you do know. Sometimes you do, and they do sometimes slip up and be like, for a fat guy, you really cool.
Oh,
They always throw them things, and you be like, yo, I'm still a person. That
bitch.
hurts. Right? So I thought all fat guys smell like baloney. It'd be shit like, it's just be like, what are you talking about? Like, I have led a full-fledged regular life. I'm just chubby. Like,
Oh,
come
God.
on, man. So look, just do better. Just do better. Keeping things moving along here. Friends. Sometimes you need them, sometimes you don't. 2 friends, they had agreed to shoot each other in the head while wearing Kevlar helmets. One of them is now
Yikes.
charged with murder. 2 men from Texas decided it was a good idea to wear Kevlar helmets and shoot each other in the head. It says Aaron Paul died and Sean O'Donnell has been charged with murder.
Did he
It is
die?
Sean that we are seeing right there. Man, straight up
Yikes.
just foolishness. One, I know there was some alcohol and or some herbage that had to have been here. Hell, it probably was some powder here, because this has cokehead activities written all over this. Because there is no way you could tell me, hey, let me put on this motorcycle helmet that is supposed to keep my head from scraping this pavement at 70 miles an hour. Let me try to wear this and see if we can stop bullets. Because Boogie, I'm a somewhat logical thinking person. I usually would say, hey man, the Kevlar in the helmet is not the same type of Kevlar that they use for bulletproof vests.
How do you know? Yes, it is. All right, well, let's go. Let's shoot each other in the head.
I feel like that's probably how it happened. And it's one of those things where it's like, clearly, Sean went second. Clearly. Because this is one of them things where I'm wondering, like, was this like a one-shot thing? And it's like, okay, we both made it through the first round. And clearly, the helmets are defective after that. That's just like, okay, luck of the draw. Whoever goes second, boom, upper room. Like, this is one of those things where it's just like, clearly there were no women around. because this is one of those things where had
I'm
there been a woman
tired.
around,
I'm tired of always. Why do we always got to be the the dividing factor, the divine intervention? Stop it.
because
Stop it.
y'all would have been like, "Hey, this is not a good idea." There
And
would
I
have
said,
been.
no, I'd have been like, I'm going this way. I'll see y'all later.
Bookie would have been 4 out of 5 dentists approve. You would have been that fifth. Like, no. I'm just saying, like, this is one of those things where it's just like, had there have been a woman there, maybe even an elder, they would have been like,
Tired of y'all.
y'all don't need to do this. Like, why don't y'all race? Why don't y'all do what most men do when they get drunk? Hey, man, I can beat you in an arm wrestling match. I can run to the stop sign faster than you. I can jump higher than you. Let's go out here and do a one-on-one first person to 10. Like, what are we talking about here? Never in my drinking days have I been like, hey, buddy, let's take this gun and put these helmets on and let's see if we can make it. Like, what kind of lies are y'all living? Just makes absolutely no sense.
I'd be glad when I'd be glad when we actually, as a country, decide fuck these old ass rules and commandments and amendments. Ain't no more like stop. Somebody we. That's why we need one world dominator to come in and be like, no, we taking all guns, every gun. I want them all.
I feel like there's got to be a system like in what's like Japan, China, where you got to go to the police, then you got to go through a series of classes, and even then they're like, you still can't get no gun. But in the event that we want to let you get one, you pass the deficiency test or the complicity test, whatever you pass the test.
It's a test. Okay,
You know what I'm saying? You pass the goddamn gun test. You know, it should be something like that. Then it should be like, in case of emergency, you got to break 15 layers of glass. If you can get through all 15 of these layers, you can get to that gun, then you deserve to have it. That's what it should be.
I'm tired. I feel like every conversation, every story, we hear of an accidental shooting or a shooting that was intentional, but they thought it was gonna go a different route. There's only one route when it comes to shooting.
One of you niggas is gonna die.
One of y'all is gonna die. It's going down. Come on now. Stop it.
You know what? This is one of them things where, and they tried to, what was even crazier, they tried to cover it up as like a suicide. And I was like, y'all are just that much more dumb. Cause so why are there two helmets?
Right.
Like, why both y'all got y'all guns out? This was suicide. Then you got to ask a whole bunch of other questions. So were y'all lovers? What's going on here? Why are you still alive? It's just like, hey, bro, just cut this goofiness out, dog. Like,
yeah, there's a lot happening.
Y'all could have played a drinking game. I could drink more shots of Henny than you. Whatever. Like, come on, bro. Like, I want friends like that. I don't want friends bad enough at all. Like, that's just
that ain't a friend.
How many of us have them? Well, moving on. It's time to get to y'all niggas is tripping. Because I mean, hey, they both could have been tripping. So let's see who's tripping this week. Who's tripping for you this week, Boogie?
My y'all niggas is tripping has got to go to Taco Bell. Okay. TB. You know, when I said this initially, I don't have no gripe with Sean Tresvant, whatever his last name, Tresvant.
Oh, friend.
Yeah. No issue whatsoever. This gentleman is now the new CEO of Taco Bell Corporation. My whole thing is, as you guys heard episodes before prior, you know, Red Lobster just got, you know, a black CEO.
The Red Lobster effect.
Right. And now things are turning more positive for Red Lobster. Why do we, as the black people, have to come in to save all of these corporations? Why are we now all of a sudden we're we're ready. It's appropriate for us to be a CEO now after all these CEOs that done came in and tried their best and clearly is not working out. They was like, I guess let's last resort, let's try this black person. Um Even though he's probably well more qualified than all of them that came before him. But I don't like this look, this idea of us coming in to really save a company or save the world. You know what I'm saying? Just because the original story didn't work out. I just don't like this look. I hope I hope Sean does his damn thing, but it's getting a little much for me. It really is, and I think a lot of niggas is tripping because of that. I understand you got to get in where you fit in. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for Sean, but still, the overarching theme is why do we got to save y'all?
Do you want to boo?
Boo me out. Yeah.
Boo this man. No, I agree with you. We were talking about that before. It is, that Red Lobster effect. It is like, yo, please come save us. The ship is already sinking. It can't get much worse than this. So let's give it to a black person. And if they don't get it turned around in 6 months, we'll fire them and blame it all on them. That's usually what happens. And then when they turn it around, a la Red Lobster, that's when they come back and want to give you all the praise. We believed in you this whole time, while they're underpaying you in comparison to the other CEOs. Yeah. So no, you are 1,000% correct. Where's my kufi at? Where is my conspiracy kufi? They just put out a new drink. It is like a midnight Baja Blast. Could it be because they have a black man as the CEO? So now they want to drop a midnight beverage. Taco Bell, stop with your subliminal racism of the black man. Midnight drink, because you're saying darkies are running the show, so we got a midnight beverage. No, but I am in agreement with everything that you said, though. Otherwise, it's just like, come on, man. I will say this though, because I know I frequent Taco Bell way more than you do. They've got a brand new menu, and the chicken's actually chicken, Boogie. I ain't gonna hold you, Boogie. That cantina chicken, I was like, yo, what is this? This is amazing. Also, they messed up and put the other chicken on my quesadilla instead of cantina chicken, and I was like, yo, what is this? Because their other chicken, it used to be goddamn horrible. Even when you pull up, they're like, hey, all new menu. Hey, new this, new that. And I'm just like, well, goddamn, Taco Bell, look at y'all putting real chicken or real-ish chicken in the chicken. Like, kudos to y'all.
Oh, God. So. Who you got for your niggas trip?
My niggas tripping is going to this man who was tricking. This man sends 550,000 of them things to a streamer girl. So she would call him bro. Buddy's from China, and he was secretly stealing funds from his family, stealing life insurance policies, stealing when I read the story, he was stealing savings money from the savings account. He was just sending her all of the funds. Now the family is in financial ruin due to his thirst. Bro, And I mean that as loosely as I can say. You're not a bro. You are not a bro. Because the bros would have stopped you. The bros would have been like, no. Even the non-bros, the ladies would have been like, no. They just would have been like, no. Cut this out, dog. Like, if she didn't call you bro after $1, what makes you think she would call you bro after 500? Hell, I'll call you bro after $550,000. For being real, what does that do for you, dog? What does that do for you? You just set her. I mean, she was already probably set for life anyways as a streamer, because most of them are making loot anyways. So you just bought her, a nice little vacation, couple vacations. You set her up for retirement. Like, what are we doing here? Y'all got to understand, 95% of these streamers, talking heads, influencers are not really genuine. You got to understand that. It's maybe 5%. Me and Boogie, we're in that 5%. Just let y'all know. It's maybe 5% of people who are truly, truly genuine. Like, I hate to see people, because your family worked hard for that bread, man. You worked hard for that bread, and you just to give it away to someone just for to call you bro. You shouldn't give it away at all. You shouldn't give it away at all. I'm just saying, like, it's got to be worth more than bro, dog. Like, you ain't want to see no titties. You ain't want to meet her. You ain't want to be like, hey, can I take you on a date? Here's $550,000. You just want it, bro. Come on, dog. And at this point, I'm not even mad at the streamer, because if you're able to get someone to give you, run it up, man. Because the person who's sitting out, you gotta be smarter than that, bro. You gotta be smarter than that. And the only way that you get grace is if you got like a mental illness or something. You have like some type of a handicap. That's the only way. And Buddy wasn't. I mean, you gotta be, but still, he wasn't. So, anyways, let's get to. Oh, that concludes my y'all niggas tripping. So, yeah, let's get to the final topic.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
Boogie, if your life was saved, what would the rating be that you would give your doctor? So the patient leaves a doctor a 4-star rating despite saving their life. It says the doctor has gone viral after sharing a patient 4-star review after the doctor saved their life. Didn't even know you could do those. Dr. Mark Lewis, a gastrointestinal oncologist, posted a glowing yet hilarious rating on X. Dr. Lewis saved my life, followed by just 4 stars. It says the mix of gratitude and underwhelming score quickly sparked jokes online, with commenters speculating what might have cost him the extra star. He took to X to say, honestly, don't know how to earn that 5th star. What says you, Boogie? If your life was saved, what are you giving your doctor?
Yeah, I didn't know you can rate doctors, but it might be like bedside manner. It should be like explaining, exactly what's happening. Maybe that's what the star, 1 star is missing. Maybe that's what it's for. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have an issue with that at all. First of all, you're kind of doing your job. When someone comes in and is down for the count, your job is to revive them. Now, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm now coming back, I'm back up, and you're explaining to me what the problem is, and I have to ask you, can you try that one more time? I don't understand layman's term, and you getting an attitude with me. You damn right I'm gonna rate you 4 stars.
Yo, no, you're right. I think it's hilarious. I also think that we have to get away from the perfect society.
Agreed.
there's just no way to be perfect. No one can be perfect. You can go. LeBron James can go out here and shoot as many free throws as he want. He can still miss one. No one's perfect.
Agreed.
Like, only person that was perfect was Jesus. And even Jesus might tell you, be like, "Hey, y'all got to cut the shit." He's like, this notion of me being perfect. Hey, I wasn't perfect, okay? When we get to heaven, Jesus might tell you. He was like, "Look, man, I was 30 for 31. Well, I was, I ain't hit them all. That might be what it is, But I just feel like one, it puts too much pressure on all of us, but it's just like, hey, bro, like Boogie said, I came in dead and you revived me. 4 stars. You did what you were supposed to do. Yeah, it's probably one of those things where it's like, it's a bedside manner thing. Maybe the person was like, hey, you guys didn't give me enough juice, and I could feel you tugging on me. I could feel it. So 4 stars, there's a number of things here, but as long as you're not getting a 1-star, doc, why does it really matter?
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing here?
I don't know if it was warranted for him to go on social media to be like, let me share what happened to me, guys. I got 4 stars. Yeah, you probably got 4 stars because you probably deserve 4 stars.
Like, we out here making it like, is this gonna affect your surgery record or something? Is this like your overall rating? It's not like fucking Uber, bro, where if you don't maintain a certain approval rating or if you can't drive anymore. It's getting kind of scary when fucking surgeons are now like, oh man, I gotta make sure I do good on this heart transplant. Gotta keep my 4.995. Like, what are we doing here? Like, just save lives, bro. And I know it's a joke. Someone's like, he's joking, Nate. Duh. We know this. It's just like, hey, man. You know what it was? The patient was like, I gotta humble you, bro. Because you know what? He could have been perfect. But some surgeons, you know how some of them do have that God complex.
Yeah.
They was like, nah, bro, 5 stars. You did good, but you ain't God. So here's 4. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
Could very well be it.
I will.
You're still a doctor, still making more money than
right.
So many of us. So
you know what? Next time, here's what people should start doing. They should really leave what was going on. Hey, I ain't like the music y'all was playing when you counted me down. I ain't like that. Like, I didn't like,
they do rate hospitals though. That if you go and do a search for hospitals, people have Google Yelp reviews. So why do you feel like you are so you're impervious of any review? Don't you have reviews that you got to go through as a board?
He probably leaves reviews. He probably goes to restaurants and leaves all types of reviews. So it's like, hey, we're in a review society, bro.
Well, hopefully you'll really check in with yourself to figure out what you need to do better next time you change somebody's lives and save somebody's life, I should say.
I just be like, hey, bro, like, it is, just do better, dog. Just do better, man. But also, I just think it is kind of funny. But hey, man, don't let people get to really telling you how they feel. Because look, man, I'd be like, hey, some hospitals, I'd be like, hell no. Y'all was shit from the time I came in. I'll say this much. Any hospital that has Cedar and or Sinai in the name, you gonna die.
Run.
just know you are going to die.
Not looking too good for you, dog.
Like, if you are on the cusp of life and they're like, take it to Cedar Sinai, you better wake up and be like, no, please take me to the other one.
Not on my watch. He's not breathing. I'm breathing now, nigga. Don't take me there.
His last words were, don't take me to Sinai. I've never heard just where it is just everyone knows. It don't matter what hospital you go to. Cedar Sinai. Oh, damn. Like, you just know.
Where's the funeral, dog?
Even white people know. It's like, even it just everybody knows it's just like Cedar Sinai. Like, God damn, county was right up the street. Like,
Not the county.
oh man, Boogie, we've come to the end of episode 183. But before we get up out of here, it's time to get to the nothing blunt fact. It's like, oh my gosh, Nate, are you high? Sometimes it's like that was a gut punch. Sometimes you niggas need to be punched in the gut. So here we go. You know what, Boogie? Sometimes it is okay for you to allow people to take you out of your character. It is okay. Sometimes you just gotta let them know, hey, I'm out of my character because you put me over here. Whatever them ramifications are from you taking me out of my character, so be it. Just don't stay over there long. Get it off your chest. Then get back into character. Just don't stay over there long. Do what you got to do with that information.
All right.
I'm just saying. Boogie! Shout out to the day ones. What you got for the peoples?
Like and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that bell so you can get notified as soon as our content drops, and to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell that friend that this is your favorite podcast and they should be listening to it as well.
Boogie said it all. Boogie said it all. I got nothing else for you guys. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. You guys know what it is. This is your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day.
And I'm Adrian Brandenburg.
And this is Late Night with Nate